All right. So for this, we'll come to a standing posture. So I was saying last week, when I do my sun salutations, I like to get a big expansive lift and openness in the arms, but I want to do it facing this other direction so I don't have room. So I'm going to just bring my hands up straight. Either way is perfectly fine. You know, you can find your own, what works for you. Do it different ways, different times. But like I said, I'm going to start and go straight up in front of me for the sun salutation. So start towards the front of your mat. And get a nice upright posture, kneecaps firm into the thighs. Really just like a stick, upright. Bring your weight back into your heels. Extend your big toe mounds into the floor. Extend your fourth toe mounds into the floor. Internal rotation with the skin and muscles of the buttocks. Lift and open the chest. Bring your hands into Namaskar at your chest so the palms are together in prayer pose. Thumbs against your sternum, fingers extending away. And then inhale, bring the arms up, separate your palms, and fully extend up. We're going to take this first one or two slowly, so take a few breaths here. And then inhale, extend up. And with the exhale, come into a forward bend. Take it easy on yourself. You may want to just have like almost a half forward bend. And if you're comfortable with it, you can bring your hands to the floor. Then inhale, look forward and arch your low back. And step back or jump back. And exhale into Chaturanga Dandasana. Or you can bring your chest to the floor. But keep your legs extended back. Kneecaps firm into the thighs. And then forward into upward facing dog. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Then inhale, look forward, bending your knees, step or jump forward, look forward, arching the low back, exhale, forward bend. And then inhaling, come all the way up, extending the arms up. Exhaling, back to Namaskar. So I want to do one more slowly like that. And for anybody who's more comfortable with it, you can just keep doing them slowly and ignore my cues for moving faster. But we'll do this one also slowly. So a nice upright Tadasana, standing pose. Inhale, extend the arms up, separating the palms, open the palms. Extend the heels down, but extend the palms and fingertips up. Inhale. With the exhale, forward bend. Take a couple breaths. Then inhaling, look forward, arching the low back, step or jump back, and exhale into Chaturanga, or take your chest to the floor as you wish. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, inhaling, step or jump forward. Look forward, arching the low back. Exhale, forward bend. And then inhaling, come all the way back up. Extend the arms up. And exhale back to Namaskar. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up the pace. Each movement will have a breath. You can go with my pace. If it's too quick, stay with your own pace. Try to breathe in and out the nose as much as possible. Breathe through the mouth when you need to. All right, Namaskar. Nice upright standing pose. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga, or chest all the way to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, come forward. Arch the low back, looking forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, extend all the way up. Exhale, enter your chest in prayer pose. Inhale, extend up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look forward, arching the low back, step or jump back. Exhale into Chaturanga. Again, chest all the way to the floor is fine. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, step or jump forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, extend all the way up. Exhale, Namaskar. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look forward. Step or jump back. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Look forward, arching the low back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Namaskar. One more. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look forward. Step or jump back. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then your knees look forward, come forward as you inhale. Arch the low back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, Namaskar. All right, step out, just take a few breaths. So, as I suggested in the email reminder, it'll be helpful if you have a block, or I'm going to use a box of Kleenex. As I said, that would work as well. So if you have that, go ahead and get it, whatever you're going to use. And chair. Now, if you have a carpet, you'll probably be okay, but if you're on a hard surface, you're going to want like a blanket or something underneath your knees. So I'm going to stretch out a blanket. So people who have taken my classes will find this familiar, and I'll go over it again as we go through each set here. The first thing we're going to do is we'll do it with our hands together in Namaskar. Then we're going to proceed. We're going to have the block or your Kleenex box between your hands like so. Then the third version, we turn it to the wider position. And for the fourth version, we have it in the widest position. Now, if you don't have this kind of prop, then you can do this just holding your hands apart. It's not as effective, but it'll work fine. So just watch for a moment. I'll show you what we're going to do. So I have a chair. Now, if you don't have a chair, it's going to be a little harder to do this effectively, but we'll see what we can do. So you're going to have your elbows and a good part of the upper arm, back of the upper arm, the triceps, on the chair, and your hands will be in Namaskar, and then your forehead will be on the chair. And then we're going to walk the knees back, and here you can see that my back tends to automatically kind of arch. I want it to be flat, like a tabletop. So that's what it will look like, and we'll give a few instructions as we go through that. But that's the idea. So if you do not have a chair, you're going to have a little bit of difficulty doing this one, but if you have a table, a coffee table, the only other alternative I can think of for you would be a wall where you could do kind of like this. So this is a possibility for those who don't have a chair, if you have a wall. Okay. So if you have the chair, kneel in front of the chair. Take your elbows and as much of your upper arms, not your forearms, your upper arms onto the chair as you can. such that when you put your forehead down, you can still breathe. You don't want to close off your nose here. So press your palms together evenly in Namaskar, and then you want to walk your knees back until your knees are right under your hips. Then maybe you can look at yourself in your screen and you can see, is your back arched, is it rounded? You want it to be flat like a tabletop. So now as you press your palms together, you want to take your thighs back. Just move your thighs back. But keep the low back flat as if it's a tabletop. So breathe here, keeping that even pressure of the palms together. Okay, now we'll come out of that, and you can sit back on your heels, bring your arms up overhead. Sort of the recovery pose in between each version. And then take your hands down into Namaskar. Now that's usually pretty doable for everybody. Starts to get a little more challenging for some. We start using the block or prop. So we're going to take your block or the Kleenex box in its most narrow position between your hands. Well, we want to press gently but firmly into it as if your palms are still pressing together. And then we take the elbows and the upper arms, the triceps, back onto the chair. Walk your knees back, put your forehead on the chair. Get your knees all the way back under the hips. Press the palms into the prop evenly, and then take your thighs back. You want to start to feel a bit of a stretch now on the underside of the back of the upper arm, the triceps. But there's also some, you're getting a rotation and extension through the shoulders. Breathe evenly here. Allow your body to kind of find a nicely rotated position through the shoulders, stable, symmetrical. So no hurry, we just want to let time pass and be in this symmetrical posture. Okay, ease your way up. And again, extend the arms up overhead. Feels a little different now as you start to get that rotation through the shoulders. When you bring your arms up, you notice like, oh yeah, something was happening. And then back to Namaskar. Okay, so now we'll take your prop in the second wide position. So it's a little more distance between your palms. And we do again. Same thing, get as much of the elbow, upper arm onto the chair as you can. Walk your knees back, forehead on the chair. Take your knees back until they're under the hips. Press the palms toward each other. Flatten your low back. Take the thighs back. Feel that rotation through the shoulders and that stretch through the triceps. I never wear glasses when I'm doing yoga, so I'm noticing how how much they get in the way. Okay, ease your way back out. Sit back on your heels, bring the arms overhead. Elbows extended straight. And then bring your palms together in Namaskar. Okay. Now, we'll take the prop to its widest position. Now, if any of this starts to get uncomfortable, just go with the earlier version. It's fine. But if you can, try with the widest position on the prop. Otherwise, same thing, elbows, upper arms on the chair. Walk your knees back, forehead down. Keep walking your knees back until they're under the hips. And then lengthen through the back, lengthening your thighs back, flattening your back like a tabletop. Press your palms evenly into your prop. So you're not gripping the block or prop, you're pressing with your open palms. And then ease your way out of that. Again, sit back on your heels, extend the arms up. Bring your hands down into Namaskar. Okay, and so now just watch again. We're going to do that same sequence again, only this time we're going to have just the elbows on the chair and the forehead will be off the chair. So just watch for a moment. So we're going to start with the palms together, and then I'm going to walk my knees back. So just my elbows are going to be on the chair. So there's enough room for my head to go down. So I can do this fairly readily. Not everyone can. For some people, if you duck your head under the chair like this, it'll cause your neck to be kind of tweaky. So if there's any sense of that tweakiness in the neck, don't do that. But if your head will readily move down, go ahead. You can move it like so. So that's the idea. But don't overdo it. There's no value in pushing through and then tweaking something. So stay within yourself. So we'll give it a try here. So we're going to take the first version with just the palms together. So just the elbows will be on the chair. Palms together. Walk your knees back. Don't worry about your head just yet. Just walk the knees back. Get the low back flat so you've got that tabletop look for your back. Then if you're comfortable with it, you can take your head under. What it effectively does is rotates your arms more fully through your shoulders. For some people, that's a breeze. For others, that's torture. So stay within yourself. Keep pressing the palms together evenly regardless. Keep the low back flat. Take the thighs back. Breathe here evenly in and out the nose to the extent that you can. Okay, bring your head up. Walk your knees in. Sit back on your heels. Bring the arms up. So I feel that one quite significantly. And then bring your palms down. I gotta lose the glasses for the moment. So now we'll start over through the prop, if you have. So we hold it in the narrow position. And again, if you don't have it, just do your palms facing each other as if there were a block or prop there. Okay, so just the elbows on the chair. Walk the knees back. And start with your forehead on the chair, that's fine. So you can kind of get stable with your knees under your hips. And then if you're comfortable with it, you lower your head. Again, don't force it. The more important thing is the symmetrical structure. Keeping the palms evenly pressing into the block. Lengthening the thighs back and rotating through the shoulders in that symmetrical way. I find that my index finger, the ball mount of the index finger tends to be a little light in this. So you may need a little extra pressure on that index finger, base knuckle of the index finger. And then again, ease your way up and out. Sit back on the heels, bring the arms up. Bring the hands down into Namaskar. Again, pressing the palms together evenly. All right. Second wide position, if you're comfortable with it. Again, feel free to do the less wide positions if you feel better with that. Don't push yourself to a place that's not comfortable. Elbows onto the chair, walk the knees back. You've got the knees under the hips. If you've got room, you can bring your head down. But again, keep the symmetry in mind. That's the more important part. And the evenness of the pressure of the palms into your prop, if you have them. Keep the low back flat. The whole back is like a tabletop. So you kind of may have to take the skin and muscles of your buttocks down toward your knees to get that flat back. Everybody's different in terms of what you want, what you need. But once here, breathe evenly, calmly, quietly, in and out the nose. Even pressure into the block. Again, you may need a little extra emphasis on the base knuckle of the index finger. All right, ease your way up. Sit back on your heels. Bring the arms up into Urdhva Hastasana mode. Back to Namaskar. All right, last one of these. You can do, you go to the full wide position. If not, you go to any prior version that you're more comfortable with. Elbows on the chair. Walk your knees back till the knees are under the hips. Flatten the low back. Then rotate through the shoulders as you press evenly with your palms into the block. Again, I'm finding it even more so with the wider I go, the more emphasis I have to put, a more deliberateness I have to put into the base knuckle of the index finger, pressing into the prop. Okay, ease your way up out of this one. Extend the arms up into Urdhva Sthasana. Bring them down into Namaskar. And now take a little break in effectively child's pose, or now we're facing hero pose, but a version of it here where you have your knees apart, your big toes touch, you sit back on your heels, bring your hands back to your feet, really, palms up. Just let your shoulders be at ease. Just rest here for several breaths. All right, and then let's come up from there. So now, we won't use the block for the moment, or the Kleenex box for the moment. Just watch again for the moment. This time what we're going to do is we're going to lie flat on the floor. So don't do yet, just watch. Then we're going to put our hands up on the chair or tabletop, whatever you've got, if you can. And then, as you can see, I'm waddling my way back until I'm fully extended away from the chair. But I still have my hands, my palms open and firmly pressing on the chair. So we start here, we'll be here for a bit, and then we're going to press the palms onto the chair and lift up. So that's the idea. So see what you can do there. Stretch out on the floor in front of your chair. Take your palms up onto the chair. And then you kind of walk, waddle, shimmy your legs and body back away from the chair until you're fully stretched out. But you can still get the full palm, both palms fully on the chair. You want to, again, press evenly. So usually it requires that index finger, that pointer finger, base knuckle needs a little extra emphasis to push in. Now, fully extended, let your head release. Your forehead doesn't have to touch the floor, it may or may not. But just be here for a bit with your arms extended straight and your palms pressing evenly and firmly into the chair. You can see it's a big rotation through the shoulders. Now, pressing your palms evenly on the chair, lengthen your chest forward, press the chair, and lift your torso up. It can be hard. And then release. Take your hands down to the floor and just take a few breaths. Just be at ease. You can let your forehead rest down on your folded arms. Okay, let's do it again. Take your palms back up onto the chair. Open the palms, press them evenly. If you need to adjust, move your body away from the chair or toward the chair, whatever you need to do. Let the forehead rest down toward the floor while you keep pressing your palms and with an extra pressure with that base knuckle of the index finger. Even pressure, evenly placing of the palms onto the chair. Elbows straight. Now pressing the palms onto the chair, extending the chest forward, lift the torso up. Keep breathing. And then again, release, take your hands to the floor. And again, rest your head down onto your arms. Be completely at ease here. All right, and then come back up to a seated posture and just watch for a moment. This can be a little challenging, so you'll have to potentially make some adjustments, but I'll show you, just watch. We're going to sit facing away from the chair, and we're going to bring your hands up onto the chair with your palms again pressing evenly. Then again, we're going to waddle away until you're fully extended away from the chair as best you can. Then pressing the palms down, we're going to lift the chest up. So it's simple enough, but it's also difficult. Now, if you have a high chair, you can sit on something. You can sit on a pillow or a block or a blanket, whatever you need to do. So see what you've got, see what you can do. Take your hands, if you can, up onto the chair. For some people, this is impossible. So if you're one of those, some of the variations you can do is you can internally rotate your arms and catch the side of the chair. You see how I did that? This is a much more doable version for people who are tight to the shoulders. But if you can, you want your palms on the chair, palms down, a little extra emphasis on the base knuckle of the index finger. And then you walk, you kind of waddle yourself away from the chair so you're fully extended and start to feel some pretty significant stretch in the front of your arms and deltoids there. And then pressing your palms down, you lift the chest. And that's where you really feel it. Feel the biceps, the deltoids really kind of getting tugged here. Stay within yourself. If it feels like it's, too far, then you just kind of release it. And if you can, you keep that lift in the chest. Okay, then ease your way out of that. Bring your hands together in Namaskar. Okay, and then let's do it again. Take your hands back onto your chair. Waddle away if you need to a little further. Press the palms evenly into the chair. Lift the chest. And then ease your way out. Bring your hands forward into Namaskar again. Take a few breaths. So now, the next version is we're going to interlace the fingers behind you and then see if you can get the hands up onto the chair. Again, maybe not doable for everybody, but see where you can get. Once your arms are up there, your hands are up there, you again waddle away from the chair and then again lift the chest. And then release them. Namaskar to your chest. Okay, one more of these forms of torture. Interlace your fingers behind you again, only this time change the interlace. So the opposite index finger is on top. Bring your hands back onto your chair. Again, waddle out as best you can, and then again, lift the chest. And release that. Bring your hands again into Namaskar. And then again, now we're going to take that restorative pose. This time, though, the hands will be forward. So knees are apart, big toes touch. Sit back on the heels and extend your hands forward in downward facing hero pose. Downward facing hero pose. Adho Mukha Virasana. Still, here in this version, the elbows are straight, the hands are fully extended forward, the palms evenly pressing into the floor, which usually requires a little extra emphasis on that base knuckle of the index finger. Let your head rest down, head and neck released. Now let your elbows release onto the floor and just recover comfortably. So this is much less stressful. Okay, ease your way up from there. And now we're going to take your props out of the way. So we'll have just the chair, just the sticky mat, nothing else. And we'll do downward facing dog. So you can just watch for a moment. Nothing new about this pose, basically. However, it may feel different. So what I'm going to want to do, just watch for a moment. We're going to start with the knees on the floor. You're going to really get the palms open onto the floor. You're going to want to look to see that your fingers are exactly evenly far forward. So, for most of us, the middle finger is the longest one. It's pointing straight forward. And the left hand and the right hand are the exact same location forward. The thumbs are moving toward each other, pointed somewhat toward each other as best you can. And you want to get that base knuckle of the index finger firmly down. Then we're going to take, for the moment, we're going to take the shoulders directly over the elbows. So let's give that a try. So palms open, fully open onto the floor, fingers separated a bit, not an exaggerated separation, but apart. Middle fingers directly forward, thumbs moving toward each other, palms evenly down, a little extra emphasis on that base knuckle of the index finger, elbows straight, and then as you move your shoulders up over your wrists, you can see that it puts a certain demand, a little harder to keep the elbows straight, a little harder for some like me to keep my palms fully on the floor. Now, bring your buttocks back, your hips back, turn your toes under, and lift up into downward dog. Keep that same feeling in the hands, pressing the palms evenly down. Elbows straight, kneecaps drawn up into the thighs. Extend the heels toward the floor. Let the head and neck release. Take the skin and butt muscles of the buttocks toward your heels. Lift your thighs back. Lengthen your armpits away from your thighs. And then take your knees down. Big toes touch, knees apart. Sit back on your heels, downward facing hero pose. Elbows stay straight. Palms remain pressing into the floor symmetrically, evenly. And then come back up into downward dog. Now, with arms and legs straight, palms pressing evenly into the floor, kneecaps firm into the thighs, skin and muscles of the buttocks toward the heels. Now, keeping the upper arms, keeping the elbows, keeping the forearms lifted as they are, we want to take the chest toward your legs. So don't lower your arms. Keep the arms up, but rotate through the shoulders, as we've been doing in the whole class, to bring the chest toward your thighs. You can see it's very much what we were doing on the chair. And then release, come back into downward facing hero pose. You can see how doing that work in the chair, what it sort of instructs you is it doesn't let you cheat. You know, when you did it in downward facing dog and you moved your chest toward your thighs, you can cheat. You can lower your arms a bit. But when you have them locked up on the chair, you can't cheat. So the idea is to try to remember how it felt to not cheat and so to keep that lift in the arms as you do. So come back into downward dog. Palms pressing down evenly, especially with that base, the base knuckle of the index finger. Elbows straight, kneecaps firm into the thighs. Extend the heels toward the floor. Lift the thighs back. Take the skin muscles of the buttocks toward your heels. Let your head and neck release. Now, do not let your arms lower. Don't let them bend. Take your chest toward your thighs. So you can see, you can rotate through the shoulders to get there. You won't necessarily move much, but you'll feel it. Keep that base knuckle of the index finger pressing down. And then again, rest in downward facing hero pose, Adho Mukha Virasana. Let your elbows release so you're completely at ease in the upper body. All right. Come up from there. Come to a standing posture. And grab your prop again, your block or your Kleenex box. Have it handy. So the idea now that we've really kind of woke up those shoulders, we're just going to use that openness to kind of be in a fairly simple posture, but be in it really well. So start in Tadasana, standing pose, feet together, or if you prefer a little bit apart but parallel to each other. Tighten the kneecaps into the thighs. Internal rotation with the skin and muscles of the thighs. Take your weight back a little over your heels and then extend the big toe mounds down. Let's start with hands on hips for a moment and reach the elbows back toward each other so you get that nice openness in the chest. And then take your hands to your sides and bring your hands into Namaskar at your chest. And then extend your arms overhead in Urdhva Hastasana. Separate the palms, open the palms, extend up,
fully. Extend the heels down and extend right up through the open palms. Bring the upper arms back toward your ears. So that same rotation through the shoulders we've been working on the whole class. You may notice that you tend to arch your low back when you do that. So we want to not add to the arch in the low back. If you remember when I was demonstrating the pose with my elbows on the chair, I naturally had like an arch in my low back. And I was telling you to remove that, to flatten your low back, because we wanted to get all the action through the shoulders. So it's the same thing here. We extend the shoulders up, the arms up, and bring the arms back toward the shoulders. We want to do it without arching the low back. Okay, and then bring your hands back to Namaskar. Take your prop. Take it to the wide position. Press the block. Press your palms evenly into your prop. Kneecaps firm into the thighs, so you're still really upright and extended in your standing pose. And then bring the arms up, overhead, pressing the palms into the block, especially that base knuckle of the index finger. Once again, bring the upper arms back toward your ears without adding to the arch in your low back. It's hard to do all this, even though it's a simple pose. And release. Let's go ahead and put the prop aside. Hands into Namaskar. Interlace the fingers. Palms on the crown of the head. Flip the palms over. Press your arms straight. Once again, bring the upper arms back to or behind your ears without adding extra arch to the low back. And release. Bring your palms back into Namaskar. Change the interlace of your fingers. Palms on the crown of your head. Flip the palms over. Press the elbows straight. And again, bring the upper arms back toward your ears. And again to Namaskar. Take a few breaths. And again, bring the arms up overhead. Separate the palms. Palms facing each other. Extend the heels down and really extend up through the arms and hands. Bring the upper arms back toward the ears. Now, turn your palms to face forward and imagine your palms are on a wall and you're pressing the palms into the wall and using that to help you leverage to bring the upper arms back. And then back to Namaskar. And then back to standing pose. So I want to do just one more extension through the shoulders. Bring your upper arms up, your arms up, fingertips touching, and then separate your hands and arms widely. Feet parallel to each other, palms fully extended, palms facing the floor. Really reach now. Just extend as far out towards, as like you're actually literally trying to touch the opposite walls. Turn your palms up. And then bring your arms up again. And then back to Namaskar. Then again, now sweep the arms out, palms down, really reach with your fingertips. Turn the palms up. Bring the arms up. Take the palms together. Keep the elbows straight if you can. And then back to Namaskar. Take your feet back together. Hands at your sides. And then be at ease. So we'll do a few final things, but then we'll move into Shavasana. Gather up what you want for your Shavasana. I'm going to go ahead and turn my mat. And I'm going to have a blanket for under my head. Now, you can always put this class we've done together with some of the things we did in the shoulder class we did about a month ago. And then you have like a full range of things. You know, we did almost a completely different shoulder class today than what we did the last time we did shoulders. So we'll keep cycling through these different body parts and, you know, accumulate a whole set of things that you can do. For now, though, we're going to go ahead and lie down with your head on your pillow, on your blanket, whatever you've got there. I'm going to adjust the position of my camera here a bit. Well, that didn't really help. So pretend that you're doing standing pose. So your legs are straight and extended. Your big toes are touching. Kneecaps drawn up into the thighs. Now press your elbows down and lift the inner edge of your shoulder blades and take the outer shoulders, the outer deltoids into the floor. So there's a lift and openness in the chest. And now draw that right knee into the chest, interlacing your fingers around that knee as you extend the left heel away. Release that leg, extend both legs, and then bring the left knee up, changing the interlace of your fingers around that knee. Draw that knee up into the chest as you extend your right heel and right big toe mound away. And return to both legs straight. And again, bring the right knee up, interlace the fingers, draw that right knee into the chest as you extend the left heel away. So the back of the left leg stays firmly down into the floor. The sacrum, left and right sides, evenly on the floor. Shoulder blades, left and right, evenly on the floor. And the back of your head balanced in a nice, comfortable, symmetrical spot. Letting the breath move into a nice, quiet place. And then back to both legs straight. Hug the left knee, changing the interlace of the fingers as you do. Drawing the left knee into the chest, extending the right heel away.
and return to both legs straight. So extend the heels, turn the upper arms out so that your hands rest on the floor, palms up. Now separate your feet anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. You can adjust that as you wish. But keep the full extension, the heels extending away for a moment. Keep the chest lifted and open. Breathe through the nose. And now just let the feet and legs fall out away from each other. Let your weight release into the floor. Don't hold your chest up and open anymore, but allow it to rest into the floor, but still maintaining a kind of openness, a kind of residual openness. Just go with the breath as it quiets, as it calms, as it becomes less demanding. As we move into Shavasana, you can have your hands on the floor, palms up, or you can take your hands to your torso, palms down. And now let go of all effort. Make any adjustments that you need to bring yourself into a sense of calm, symmetry, and balance. Let your weight release into the floor. Calm in the neck, the throat. Jaw. Tongue. Let the eyes settle into their sockets. Let the weight of your head release into the floor. Just breathe quietly and at ease. Focusing your awareness on the sound and the movement of your breath. All right, so then take a few slightly deeper breaths. Bring awareness back into fingers and toes. Let your eyes open. Bring your hands to your abdomen or torso. They're not already there. And one leg at a time, bend your knees and put your feet on the floor. Gently roll over onto your side, preferably right side. Stay curled up here for a few more breaths. When you come up, keep your neck and throat soft and bring the crown of your head up last. So you use a little arm strength. Gently push yourself into a seated posture. All right. Namaste. Thank you all for coming. So keep in mind that, as I said in the message yesterday, this recording will be available tomorrow, but one of them will have to drop off later in the week. So if you want to keep one indefinitely, download it to your own computer and then you'll have it. Otherwise, they may tend to disappear over time. So I'm going to turn off the record.